Alright guys, Nico is making salsa today. This is going to be kind of a vlog day. Matt is here as soon as I loosen this up so I can actually spin the tripod. There we go, there's Matt. Nico's making salsa, I'm getting ready to cook something, but what we're doing is... Oh shit, I'll put you in the tripod and now I need to go over. Yay. We are working on this mess here. We're tearing out, I told you guys in the video, we're going to fix this. We basically have it all cleaned out except for the back spot back in here. Yes, I know that's a mess. That's going to get cleaned up. That whole area back in there where I had my leak, what happened was the guy that installed the garbage disposal did not connect the blowout line correctly from the dishwasher, and so all of that water was running down in here, and that's adhesive residue and stuff. But tore all the wood out. There wasn't very much. There's a little bit of mold. I cleaned it up with some bleach, but I got to tear the rest of that out back there, and we've got to cut a piece. You should have seen us. It was interesting coming back from Dixieland, wasn't it? Yeah. Nico basically laid down in the back because the only vehicle I had that was big enough is a Toyota Prius. Hey dog, could you go into the room, please?
No.
So you don't lay in the wood chips and things that are on the floor?
I like wood chips. You gotta give me another bath now.
Dog, are you dead? Alright guys, we'll get some actual video of some other stuff, but Nico's making a big batch of salsa because we haven't eaten anything yet.
Yep.
Which means that we haven't drank beer yet, which we need to get food in us so that we can drink beer. Yeah, so let's get I just want to get the big pieces and then we can clean the shop back out. Clean out the shop.
I like how the smallest person here isn't the one down there.
You're also not the person that owns the house. Not pay attention to the... Actually, you guys are just more here for moral support.
So you don't order your house?
Huh?
You don't set your house on fire because you're pissed off?
Yeah, that's the other thing. Hey, did you hear about Mike? What? Yeah, he lost his fucking mind the other day. What happened? He was working on something with the house. It didn't go the way he wanted. And he fucking burned the house down. He's like, fuck it, I'll start over. Has anyone ever told you you have an anger issue? When was the last time you got hit in the mouth? You've heard this before. I do not have a temper. This is very low tolerance for stupid. I have a very low stupid threshold. I can't tolerate it. So this, kids, is why you always check and make sure that your garbage disposal isn't leaking. Because it will save you a lot of fucking work in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
This is fucking ridiculous. So, for those of you guys that don't know, what happened was we used the home warranty. Someone came and installed a new garbage disposal but did not connect the drain from the dishwasher correctly. And every time I used the dishwasher, it dumped a gallon of water onto the plywood underneath my sink. Where is that?
What?
Flashlight that Matt had before he was videotaping. I think we're good. We're just gonna have to make the two pieces.
Yep.
But we're gonna have to make the supports first.
Yeah.
I think we'll need to make supports. And what do you think? 3?
Hey.
1, 2.
Couldn't hurt.
Do 4.
Yeah, that's
do
what
4 supports. 1, 2, 3.
Always
4.
have at least one extra.
Yeah. 2 is 1, 1 is none.
Yep.
All right. Well,
that's why I have so many knives.
Let me vacuum this shit out first.
Me too.
As your case.
Well, we need 2 points of reference to draw a straight line, and I've got probably 60.
Got to be real precise with this, you know.
That's news for you. It's a pretty straight fucking line. This is why you hire hillbillies to do stuff. That's a straight line right at 22.5 inches. And I used my handy straight edge piece of cardboard. I wouldn't do it this way.
I know.
Because it's right down the middle of your...
I know.
I was getting ready to record that.
So we're going to have to... This one here. Fashion. Cut and not ruin. Okay. get some problems. Ready?
Yep.
Wish I hadn't drank that whiskey before I started. That's what I measured 4 times. It's not off by much.
Not too bad. Good enough.
I got a file. Rats. We can. I'll just pick all the clothes up first.
Oh.
Okay, so now we need to cut this in half
Yeah.
because it. Because we're going to use 2 sections. We say it need to be 46?
Yeah.
Let's cut it at 46 first. And then measure back. And straight edge. Ceiling fan light bulb, straight edge. Most accurate measuring tool in the house. for under my kitchen sink. Bet if measured, it's gonna be 46.
Oh, under.
That's fine. That's gonna give us a little bit of gap. So half of 46 is 28. Up.
Oh. Oh. I don't think that's too accurate.
No, I just didn't get it.
I just need 2 points of reference.
You do. You only need 2 points of reference. But when you let it slip a little bit,
And you don't have the second point of reference.
all right. I'm doing cutting specifically because that way if I fuck it up, I can't get mad at anybody. But that's why we bought 2 pieces.
Yeah.
And there's actually enough we could make. We could have done this for. I could have got 1 piece.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. He said they only sold it in an 8-foot piece,
Yeah.
4x8. So I would have paid for the whole thing anyway.
Yeah.
Slightly, of course. And then, yep, there you go. Thanks, Matt.
Be careful because it will bind up if you
If you lift.
If you lift, so don't lift.
Don't put your finger in there.
Yeah, that's a bad area.
You guys know that. That's a loud piece of equipment.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Mop. Mop. Mop.
Is that recording?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we need to cut supports. Come out of that piece. How long? Because they're not going to be as deep. Because don't forget, they only go up against the baseboard.
Yeah.
So how?
They're 4.5.
4.5, but how deep?
Yeah,
No,
4.5.
from the wall to
Oh.
the baseboard. 4.5 tall, but from the wall to the baseboard.
I didn't know where you wanted it. Did you want it right in the middle or?
Yeah. But no, we're going to make 4. That's right. I can't be right. It's not an edge I cut. We'll see. For me? It's just my eyeballs. Does that look like it ain't straight? It's straight. I guess it's straight. I guess I'm just seeing shit. We're watching Demolition Ranch, drinking a little whiskey, drinking some beer. I've got the supports in. Thanks to Nico and Matt, I was able to get this all done. We measured everything out. The supports are in. I have not. I'm thinking that they're in there tight enough that I'm not going to have to screw them in. But what I'm going to try and do is screw from the top down, or nail from the top down. So I'm thinking that might be good, but there might be a couple little holes right there, there, and there to hold those in place. But, you know, you never know. It might be okay. All right. Well, we spray painted the pieces. Got pretty high. There's 2 whole cans of paint. Pretty fucking high in here. So we turned on the ventilation fan in my garage because we're dummies and didn't think ahead. It's a good chance there's spray paint all over my clean laundry. But, you know, hey, it's us. You know? Who knows? It's us, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it's us.
Who fucking knows? I'm surprised I didn't cut a finger off.
Me too.
I didn't cut a finger
case
off.
hardened steel receiver
I got
model.
one.
Very nice. I just
Watching
got
Matt,
it
I would love to do a
first
video
round
with Matt. We were just
today.
talking about that. That would be fun as
AR-shooting
shit.
55 grain bullet.
Matt?
No,
This
that
is
Matt.
shooting 160
Demolition
grain bullets
Ranch Matt.
around 2400
I can demolish
per
it.
second. So, shoot to a number on that bowling ball.
That pause was me doing this. We did.
Cool.
Yay!
You want to go shoot it now?
So, There's a gap back there, which is okay because I need to let air in. So now there's a gap, and there's a gap there too. So, but now at least I have a shelf, but this needs to still dry a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, and you can see where we got dirty fingerprints and the white paint. But guess what? This is when all the cleaning supplies and shit sit. So, all right.
That's not that big.
Oh.
Oh yeah, about that.
About that.
You just say, eh.
I forgot. Well, I'm gonna see if I can get it in there. I'm gonna wind up trying to get video of cursing and swearing and rather bad language. Keeps the sweat out of my eyes. Whoever did this, I don't think this was professionally done. I think the ass hat that owned this house before me just didn't. Oh, well, there's no space underneath for me to just throw this shit in anymore. I was just dropping all the nails in the area that we had cleaned out underneath because I was too lazy to. Not lazy. It's lazy. Lazy's relative. I like to consider the term energy efficient. Not lazy. Lazy sounds so bad. I'm energy efficient. Right? Doesn't that sound better than saying you're lazy?
It does sound much better.
Oh.
More better.
So, more better, you know what we're going to have to do? Just got to be made smaller.
Just a little dusty.
I think we may reach a point where I'm just going to do the fiberglass over the epoxy because I'm afraid I'm going to go too thin in some other spots because it's on an angle. I did the epoxy, but you know what I mean? I think.
We're here to give Mike emotional support.
Yes.
We're also his camera crew now.
Really is a union job now.
Uh-huh.
Say what?
One guy working, everyone else watching.
Yeah.
Oh, is this a union job?
Union
Yeah.
job now.
Oh, okay.
New sandpaper?
Well,
It's right there. Stretch the back.
Yeah. Oh, did you hear it? That went. That felt great.
I heard that.
Actually,
Probably do better the other way.
I know.
Yeah.
Easier to do it the other way.
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. Ish. Who's it, Matt? Demolition Ranch? I'm a doctor.
Ish.
Ish.
The ish is the key point.
That's fucking hilarious. I just want to smooth some stuff down. It's just, I want to smooth the rest of that down, and we're just gonna, once I get it to 80 grit, we're gonna lay epoxy, or lay the
Yeah.
the shit on top, because
Yeah, you don't want to go through too much.
if I go through too far, then this is going to be a wasted evolution, because then I've thinned it out to the point where it cracks in other places.
Yep. And at that point, you're probably just gonna have to get a whole new tub. Which,
I'm gonna have to get a whole new tub. I just can't afford it right at the moment.
yeah.
Something I can't.
Right. I always group things in 7 and it
I'm
messes
gonna
with
fall
my
down.
head. I'm feeling woozy.
Do you need me to do that?
Woo!
That stuff doesn't even bug me anymore.
Well, no, I'm in an enclosed area, and I just happened to catch a big whiff of it because we left the acetone in the car in the sun all day.
Because we're smart.
I'm kind of dizzy. Oh, hey, no, that's a bad idea.
No. That's
Now, Mike, don't drink the acetone.
No.
So this is all, I want to get these things done for my wife because honestly, I cannot argue with her. I have not made much money at the insurance stuff. But the least I can do is try to make sure that when she comes home,
Everything's working?
The house isn't fucking wrecked. So, did we read the instructions on this show?
No.
No. Box is downstairs.
Can you do me a favor, Matt, and not only grab the instructions, but grab me a beer and the fan out of the garage?
Yeah.
Because we need ventilation.
We need a lot of ventilation because I'm kind of woozy. I'm feeling dizzy and funny and happy.
Not the good kind.
Not the good kind.
Like-
It feels like when I used to spray paint spaces on the ship, my tongue is numb.
Well, I haven't been that bad.
That acetone is hot. Like the can is
Yeah,
hot
yeah.
to the touch, and I poured a whole bunch in and wiped it around. and it
no,
just,
that's a bad idea.
Oh, hey,
That's
that
a
whole
bad idea.
That whole breath, there was no oxygen in that. That was all acetone fumes. Oh, fuck, gloves.
Where are those at?
There's a box of gloves in the garage.
Okay.
In the cupboard. Hey!
Beer.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah. Because that's what I need to get out of this.
Yeah, you need to.
Woo! So as you go out, the cupboard that looks like it's full of food should be like the 4th shelf down, where you see like paint and stuff. There's a box of nitrile gloves.
You want to plug that in, or you want me to?
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
This
Because the fan works so well when it has no power to it.
smells like a fucking nail salon in there.
Yep. They just used the watered down version, not the full strength.
I can feel my eyes when I blink because they're full of epoxy dust because I didn't put on any goggles when I sanded all that.
Genius. Genius.
Genius in my own right. Hey,
Those them?
that'd be them. So we're gonna let that.
Oh, those are the baby ones.
What size are those?
They
I
are
think they're
large. Yeah,
I
those
think
are
that
large.
was the biggest ones we could get,
Yeah.
and they're still too small for me.
Yeah. I was gonna try to bring the XL, the 7 mil nitrate ones, but I forgot to grab that.
So I'm thinking
Reading the instructions first.
that we don't have the hardener. It was down there with this on the table. It's in a little tube. And I
see a little
need
tube.
a push pin to punch a hole in it because we're going to do it by drops. And we're going to do 2 batches. I'm going to lay down the resin as an underlayment to fill in those gaps from the sanding because that epoxy was kind of having some spots where it didn't want to feather out.
Yeah.
Fill the crack up a little bit, then put those Bondo things down, then another little layer, and then do the fiberglass on top. Or I could just do the Bondo stick'ems on first, and then fill those holes, but I think I need to do a layer of resin first. This is
Yeah.
gonna take a little bit because it's just gonna be time consuming, that's
Yeah.
all. It's not like it's that hard of work.
No, but
You know how it works now?
Yeah.
All right, mix master. Now we got to find the
We
hardware.
need that hardware though.
It's in a small clear tube. It should be on the table. It was sitting on top of the resin.
Feel better now that you got air and oxygen to the brain?
You know, my head hurts though.
Yeah.
So I used to help spray paint spaces on the ships. So one day, we were spray painting a fairly enclosed space. We were spraying up inside this enclosed, it's a pallet conveyor.
Oh,
Which is
gosh.
layers that just move at a time. You put a pallet on it, goes up
Yeah.
one and a pallet, and I was inside this spray painting. And all of a sudden I was like, who's ringing bells? My partner was down there with me. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, who's ringing the goddamn bells? My belt buckle had come undone and was jingling. And it sounded like bells. And he's like, you need to get some air. And I walked outside and I started to get some air and I took off my respirator and all around my face it was just white. And I sat down and then that's when the headache kicked in. You were like, oh, I'm gonna throw up.
Danger may irritate the nose and throat and cause dizziness, headaches, and nausea.
That sounds like my kind of party. I'm sure in the wall somewhere, if you look, there's a push pin. I'm sure if I look up here, don't even worry about it. I'm sure there's one up here. Well, I would take my daughter's rosary down and use that. But yeah, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Would you like one?
Yeah, get one, please.
He says he has one.
You can borrow one from this picture.
So you guys have never got to see, here we go, let's do this. You guys have never got to see my daughter's trophy collection. She is not a joke when it comes to ice skating. You can ask Nico. Nico, watch. Nico, you remember my daughter ice skating?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, you guys have seen videos.
Yeah.
But she is also a race fan. This is Corey Andrews. She actually got to meet Miss Corey Andrews. That is a piece of Hubcap Mike's race car. She loves to go to races. So, let's...
He's got a push pin now.
Okay, you can take this.
Okay.
Well, okay. Now we have to mix it in something.
You
Pause this.
You're live.
I'm live? Yeah, I'm gonna get some of this fiberglass mat. That's a lot. Oh, yeah. I can do this whole bathroom.
Oh, that's good.
So. Suck.
That hurts a little bit.
What does?
The sun came out. Right in my eye.
Right in the eye?
Yeah.
You see my eye? I don't want it in my eye.
That's what she said.
Okay. Hey, Matt, I'm gonna need help.
What do you need?
You're gonna want to put on some gloves.
Oh, joy.
It's fiberglass.
There you go. Yeah, you don't want to touch that.
I just want you to hold this fiberglass mat so I can cut chunks off of it. Where we've already laid down resin, I'm gonna start and patch. And we're just gonna kind of try and do the majority of the bottom of the bathtub. Get off me. Get off. Okay, now I'll tell you another secret.
Yeah.
Cold shower.
Yeah,
After
never
we get
hot.
done with this, never hot, because hot will force it into your pores. Cold closes the pores.
Unless you've been sweating your butt off all day, then it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, we're fucked anyway, so we
Yeah.
pretty much are fucked anyway. So.
But before you do that, duct tape.
Yeah, duct tape or
Any tape.
any tape.
Roll it around your hand. That works wonders. Things you learn working construction.
I did a summer doing fiberglass boats.
Ooh. I was
Yeah.
just talking about insulation.
No, I did fiberglass boats for summer. Okay. So. This is kind of what I was doing with fiberglass boats. Patches. Please try to keep it off of me as much as possible.
No, you want a blanket, right?
Yeah, I want a blanket of fiberglass.
Yeah,
Okay,
nice
so-
warm.
Now, okay, you can kind of try to fold that up neatly
And carefully.
and carefully. And just get back and fold it one more time, and this will stick back in here for a moment. I'm going to mix up another thing of resin, and we're just gonna.
New gloves.
That wasn't what I meant to say. I meant to say we're not doing these. I think that fiberglass mat is pretty thick. That's a pretty thick mat.
Yeah.
I think once we put the resin down, I put another couple layers of it on the, and then it should just be,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Should be nice and thick.
Baby powder.
Dr. Jellyfinger.
Mike, men against chafing. Cornstarch baby powder.
Mm-hmm.
So I got news for you. As you get older, you don't have time for chafing.
Plus, you live in
Bullshit.
humid climate, so.
That's bullshit. When your balls get to chafing and you're walking around all day trying to sell insurance, and your balls are stuck to your leg, and you're like, I can't do anything about this because people are watching me,
Yeah.
and I'm dressed up like a professional. Professional what?
Nothing says salesman like a guy scratching his balls while he's trying to sell you something.
Oh, that's starting to set up. Okay, so trash. New container.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Yeah, right, yeah.
We don't make mistakes when we make woodworking stuff. We just make new tools. It smells so good.
You sound like such a junkie right now.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good.
It's so good. Once it hits your lips, it's so good. I have that. We should probably watch that after this and drink a bunch of beer and whiskey. And then I'll call my wife in Japan drunk. Be like, hey baby, I fixed the bathtub. Ish.
I fix things.
I fixed stuff today. I
Ah.
might not have made very much money. Actually, here's the thing. I made money 3 weeks in a row now.
So should we be really happy? You made money and you fixed the house.
Didn't say I made a lot.
Hey,
I just said it's becoming consistent.
yeah.
Here's the thing. You guys are gonna hear me say this on YouTube. I love working with Aflac. I really do. And it could be because I'm drunk and hot, because I'm smelling this, but
Mostly high.
there are so many people I get to meet on a daily basis that if I wasn't doing this job, I wouldn't get to meet. I get to hear people's stories about how they started businesses, about where they came from. I met a guy from South Africa, born and raised in South Africa, came to the United States, had nothing, started his own business, closed for 6 months, and started again. And they sell some of the best meat pies I've ever had. They freeze them. They're getting ready to start serving hot food there. It's amazing. Amazing. Hey Matt,
Yeah.
just do me a favor while I'm doing this.
Yep.
I need to mix like
More?
a lot more because
Yeah.
now that I've got the fiberglass down, I need like probably 3 shot glasses, so that would be 60 drops.
Yeah.
Because this is, it's just not
Accurate
enough.
form of measurement. Shot glasses.
Oh yeah, I think it's actually starting to set up. And then,
You want a third one?
yeah, 3rd shot glass of that, and then probably 60 or 70 drops. Yeah, it's starting to harden up. So I think the first batch just didn't have enough hardener in it. And if you just put the drops in, I've got the stick. I can measure. I'm really high. I'm not low.
Why do you think I'm out here?
It's gonna take you forever to get to 60 if you're gonna go that slow, right? Okay, call me when you're done.
There you go.
How much hardener is left in there? Oh, we got plenty of hardener, huh? Well, there's supposed to be enough hardener for the entire tub, so.
Exactly.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, but I think I actually think I had you use more than you were supposed to.
Right now?
But yeah, I think I had you double it. Because you put 3 in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should have been 30. That could be why this is getting warm.
That's gonna be kicking off really fast.
Yeah, I'm gonna stir it real good.
Yeah, that was the wrong.
Yeah.
10 per ounce, not 20 per ounce. But we did 20 and it started working.
You do know how much I've been breathing this, right?
2 is 1 and 1 is none, though, right?
I don't math well right now. I'm not mathing the goodest. I'm doing a goodly thing. Some Trumpisms.
Well, at least we know that will harden.
So, you've seen Mike.
That's what she said.
Seen Mike have a lot of beer. Never seen him just high on fumes.
I'm dizzy. I'm gonna do this batch and then we're gonna take a break.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah, it's my idea. Oh wow. Hey Matt,
Yeah.
still need some more. There's a lot of fiberglass in here.
Yep.
Come on, get up.
Maybe use the same one.
Yeah, here, use this one. No, use this one. But at this time,
3 things, 30 drops.
things, maybe 40 drops.
Okay.
Because I'm. There's an interesting smell going on here.
Just a little bit.
You want 3 more this time?
And then we'll take a break, and then we're going to do this area up here. I need a brand new bumper on my shit. It's a lot easier than what I'm currently doing. a bumper, he was in a form and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mix.
Yep.
What's the matter, Nico? Fumes?
No, I just sat down because there wasn't anything really interesting to film besides Matt's butt. That's been most of this video.
You know, everybody wants to see that.
Everyone's wants to see Mike's butt. That's the showstopper.
Mike is a buttless dude. Because I've lost enough weight that my ass doesn't show anymore because my fucking pants don't fit.
Time to do squats, Mike.
No, I've lost like 25 pounds, and so my pants got tight.
Ah.
Because my new job, my job with Affleck's not near as stressful as my previous.
That helps a lot.
My previous vocation was very, very stressful. Stay. Stop. Ah, damn it. I just poured resin down my glove. It's alright. I'd much rather have resin in my glove than a bathtub that doesn't work. You know what I mean? Okay, so while this is curing, Matt, we have got to cut another piece. I've got to put another piece on here. So if you could pull that up so that I can, just don't spill that resin. Open it up so I can pull out a piece. I want to put it there. It's there. So we have enough resin to do one. Open her up. There we go. That'll work. Thank you. Burning.
Yeah. Primer does that.
It's an oxidizer, so it's burning my skin. So I need to get this stuff off quickly, but I also want to spread this resin around quickly before I end up with a chemical burn. I'm getting a chemical. I'm going to have a chemical burn.
But how bad?
The question is, how bad do I want to let it get before? And I think I've gotten it as bad as I want to let it get because it's starting to become very uncomfortable. So, there.
Get that glove off.
Get that glove off. Smash tone on there. Woo! Hey, there's a cut in there.
Oh yeah.
Let's not ruin my wife's comb. Let's not ruin my wife's comb.
Fun stuff.
Oh, it burns. It burns. It burns.
Yeah, that's
But it burns.
gonna do that.
Right down my glove it went. But we have filled the cracks. It's not pretty, but guess what? It's waterproof. So we're gonna let that cure for a little bit. So what has happened is, apparently whoever installed that bathtub did not install the proper underlaying, which is supposed to be done with plaster of Paris. So you fill it underneath with sand and then plaster of Paris, and you make sure that the tub sits down in it and touches everywhere. But because there's a gap, and we need to get that spatula out of there before it fucking fuses to the tub.
Fibers of the head.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah. You need a paper towel or something.
You get it.
And you don't want.
So when that happens, the bottom of the tub just kind of collapses.
Kind of like the foundation for a house.
Yeah, and I mean, don't get me wrong. The tub has been in. Like, we bought this house, we rented the house before we bought it. So I mean, there were issues. There were issues that we let the landlord slide on because we knew that she didn't have the income and things like that. We knew that our rent was basically her income. But when we bought the house, I didn't expect things to kind of just fall apart. So, life lesson, guys. Hold your landlord to it. That's their job.
Yep.